What's up everybody? Ryan with Von Schiller Family Experience, and today we're going to go through some general maintenance that I like to do on the Peloton bike. We're going to go through just kind of taking the cover off the belt drive and blowing it all out, doing a little lubrication, doing a full wipe down, and just kind of tightening things up and checking things. Something you should do on a regular basis, but not necessarily every week or even every month. Definitely wipe downs are something you should be doing after every ride, but we're going to go a little more in depth, and all of the items are found on Amazon, of course, so you can order them, get them right to your door. Just click on the description below, and if you like this video, make sure you hit like and subscribe to our channel. So let's dive into the bike and get this sucker cleaned up. Now today is my first time doing this full kind of clean and maintenance. So I'm just going to kind of go through what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of learn as I go, and this thing's pretty dirty. I kind of let it get a little dirtier than normal. So, you know, we normally wipe it down, wipe the screen down, and do all of that. But this is going to be a full maintenance, so I thought I'd make a video about it. Let's get into it. What I did is I took my screwdriver and already took the screws loose on the cover here. You know what? I actually missed one down below here, so I'm going to have to get that one. Alright, so I got all the screws loose. I'm going to remove the cover. Now I haven't wiped anything down because I'm going to be blowing everything off, so I don't want to wipe everything down and then blow all the dust out of it and have to wipe it down again. So I'm going to go ahead and get the cover off here. Careful if those screws pop out. Set that off to the side there. Alright, so we got the belt drive and everything in here. Now I don't want to put any chemicals on the belt. I don't want to cause the belt to rot or decay, or any chemicals to damage the belt on this. So what I'm going to be looking at is the pedals, the crank, making sure everything is tight, and they do give you a toolkit for all of this stuff. So I'm just going to tighten everything up, make sure it's nice and tight, and then anything that's spinning, any bearings, anything like this, I'm going to use a lubricant called Tri-Flow. I've used this forever. It's a great lubricant, so I'm going to squirt a little bit in the pedal and any other moving parts that I see on the bike. First, what I'm going to do though, before I get to that, I'm going to blow everything out. So I've got my portable air compressor. You can use an air can if you don't have one, but the air cans don't have a whole lot of pressure. So I'm going to blow it all out with my compressor. And of course the backside of the belt too, which we're going to be wiping down as well. So the wipes that I have are fitness equipment wipes. Then I'm going to come back behind it with the terry cloth and kind of just wipe it down. Going to use the tool, the open-end wrench that they give you. It is a 15 millimeter. Going to make sure everything's tight on the pedals. That's all nice and tight. Also, they give you all the Allens. Just make sure all your pedals are all nice and tight. And those were actually kind of loose. Now this is your adjuster, so you don't want to tighten that. Leave that right where it's at. Check the other side. Now on this bottom piece, you don't want to over tighten it either. Just snug it up a little bit. The cover here, we'll go ahead and wipe down the whole inside of it. It was pretty dusty. Wipe down the whole outside of it. So up here in these wheel bearings, I'm going to go ahead and squirt just a little bit of Tri-Flow in there. don't want to do too much because, like I said, I don't want to get any on the belt. Then, of course, on the pedal, I'm going to spray a little bit in there. Just a little bit. Move around to the other side. So what I did is on the other side, I did spray down inside the crank right here. There's going to be a bearing in there. So I put a little bit on that. Looks like we've got everything pretty cleaned up here. So I'm going to go ahead and get the cover back on and move to the front wheel. Now this is a plastic cover, so you don't want to over tighten it. Okay, the other thing I did is I did remove this cover. There's a little plastic clip under there, so I just kind of left that in. I didn't want to force it out, but I just took this screw off, pulled it back, and squirted a little lubricant in there on the bearing. Again, I tried not to spray it on the belt or anything that could damage it. So now I'm going to go ahead and wipe everything down, and we also have a screen cleaner. I love this stuff. It cleans the screen really nice, gets all those fingerprints off. And then of course our pedal and cleat dry film lubricant. This is a great lubricant to spray on the cleats where you clip in at. Keeps your shoes from squeaking. And the another thing that's part of your maintenance is making sure your shoes are tight. Just making sure those cleats are tight. So always keep an Allen key that comes with everything handy. Check those like on a weekly or even on a monthly basis and make sure they're nice and tight. I'm going to check my wife's here as well. Hers are actually a little loose, so we'll get her. Oh, that one was really loose. Again, that one was really loose. She had really loose ones. So we're gonna wipe the whole bike down now. That's something you should be doing regularly as well. So we're gonna get it all wiped down, wipe down the screen, and our clean and maintenance will be done on the bike for today. Remember, your sweat has a lot of salt and other stuff in it. So you wanna make sure that you do wipe the bike down a lot because that sweat will corrode things. I'm going to also check my cable, my power cable that's going to it. Just make sure the connection's tight. As you can see, I put a little Velcro right here. This is our remote for our Bluetooth stereo that we have this hooked up to. And on the other side is our remote for our lights. You can see that in another video, all the lighting and sound that I did in it. Here I really wanted that spin class feel. And it definitely helps me ride a little better and push a little harder. So one of the places that I sprayed on this side was just kind of down in here, right on the crank, and then of course back here. Wipe off some of the excess there. Made sure those are all tight, and gonna go and just give the whole bike a really good wipe down. Okay, we're back up here with the screen. I'm going to take my compressor and blow it out a little bit because remember, dust on electronics is like wrapping them in a blanket. So what dust will do is it'll cause them to heat up, cause them to get hot. You want to make sure your compressor is blowing dry air too. The air cans are really dry, not a lot of moisture. I take care of my compressor, I drain it, so I make sure that there's not a lot of moisture in it. So I'm not going to really get in there deep. I'm just going to kind of blow it out a little bit and make sure we get all of the dust out of it, and then wipe the screen down. As you can see, I've got the top form pivot, so I'm going to just pivot this around. We're going to use our screen cleaner. Like I said, you can get this in the description below. I actually cleaned it this morning when I worked out, but just a little bit onto there. There we go, good as new. So with my wipe down cloths, my fitness wipe down cloths, I'm going to continue to wipe the rest of the bike down. Now you really should be doing just a generalized wipe down after every ride. I'm doing a really deep cleaning maintenance on this, just tightening things up, lubricating a few things, blowing things out. It's a big investment, you want these things to last. So I'm going to do another full wipe down on this and we'll be all done. The last thing I'm going to do is use some of my pedal and cleat lubricant, spray the cleats, and that way they're nice and dry and squeak free. If this video helped you out and gave you a little bit of direction of what you need to do to maintain and take care of your bike, make sure you hit like, hit the thumbs up there, subscribe to our channel, and get on that bike and ride and enjoy the Peloton lifestyle. Thanks for watching.